before the game with the Hoosiers head coach. This is a moment of do or die for this team. The national champions have really struggled here lately. They cannot afford another loss. They can still be in the college football race with the 3 losses, but today is crucial. Coach is talking to his team like this is a playoff game for us. We have to win or we will be done. He wants that sense of urgency right from the kick. I'll keep you posted on how it feels down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Minnesota's offense will go on the attack first. And it'll be Drake Lindsey leading the attack. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. All by himself. All out of space. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. He's past the sticks. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he's got it! Touchdown, Minnesota! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back looking for help. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Hoosiers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And, man, it was so impressive to watch the greatest turnaround in all of college football history. It had a lot to do with the offensive line, right? Guys that got on guys, that communicated. They were so well coached up front. So, Palmer, a couple of new faces, but some familiar faces as well. Can they build that continuity and be a squad again that leads them to the promised land?
Well, they still have that identity up front, right? I know so much of the attention last year went to their Heisman winner, quarterback, and Fernando Mendoza, and the offensive line is, I think, a big part of his success, and rightfully so. They did a great job in the run game. They did a great job keeping the quarterback upright. They're still so talented, and that's going to be the key to their success and finding out whether they can repeat as national champions.
Hands it off. And this one's not going to work out either. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Taylor has it. He breaks a tackle. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swoop.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. Straight ahead, it's Taylor.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation. And
snags it, and there's running room. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to squeak through the pile. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Let's send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide receiver going in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on it. 3rd and long coming up. To the air. It's Hoover. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Taylor. Across the 15. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Indiana sideline. Coming off that turnover, they know their defense has had their back, but the offense has to make them pay. This is an opportunity for them to get back in this game. It's been close so far, but the offense has to get on the board. Coming off that turnover, I feel the momentum shifting down here on this sideline. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like, the ability to RPO off of it. So
breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st. Good timing on the quick out. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Running inside. It's Richard. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. 3rd and long right here. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Making his first move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Sees a crease. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Give to the running back. Nowhere to go.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Got it looking for a first. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. The Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Drops back. It's Lindsey. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wants to pass. Look out! Got his man all by himself. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field. The ride. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. So you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Looking for a crease to the left. Defense all over him.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out wide right, it's Thompson. There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Caught, it's Taylor. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 2nd and long here. They want to throw it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Quick give. It's Taylor. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Right side, it's Taylor. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Beal. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Motion from the wide receiver. This is a designed run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Rid of it on the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that.
Lots of running room. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Quarterback just has to do a much better job throwing that football away in that type of situation in goal to go. You cannot go backwards, so you need to know if your guy's not open, this is going to be an incompletion. I'm throwing this thing into the 4th row that stands.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he avoids the sack.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Fires to the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Back to pass. It's Lindsey. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Out wide right, it's Taylor. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Lindsey. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's start with the USC Trojans in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Trojans looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
I caught up with Minnesota's head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running spitting game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The fake wants to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quarterback changing the play. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. On the draw, it's Taylor. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bye, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give on the counter. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Under pressure. Big sack. This defense all over him.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, they're lighting up the scoreboard, guys, because this QB already has over 200 yards passing, and they're not going to stop at this point. They're having success. So the defense, somebody's got to step up and make a play the way that guy did just there. Ball thrown deep down the field. It's you versus the other guy. Who's going to win? Can the defense now turn this thing around?
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Searching for space. He's going to get loose. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown there.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game. And he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. It's complete to the right.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. Gophers team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses.
Lots of room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. You might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Selling the fake.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Out wide left, it's Becker. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Got maybe a yard, 3rd down and 9 coming.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this...
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Indiana!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Making the adjustment. Looking for space. It's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Throws it deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Might as well run him again. Makes one man miss. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it in his belly. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right side, it's Becker. They pull him down, but he's got enough. And it'll be a first down for this offense. The Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it. It's Richard. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. On the return, it's Hayes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. A loose football in the end zone, and the defense there to pounce on it for 6.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. That's caught. It's Thompson. Might have a chance. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success with complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
He's changing the play. From the gun, it's Taylor. Open space at the 25. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's got enough. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Hits inside. It's Richard. Dragged down. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Right at the line. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. At the 20. He got the first down and a whole lot more. Pad the stats and get the win, as this one ought to be in the books. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory, as we have victory formation coming. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.